And this one's on.
You're good there, you're good there, you're good here.
Hey, Yoga Wagon peeps.
See my sweatshirt?
Anybody here?
Champion.
We have 3 yogis behind here. Diane, Megan, and Carrie, staff members of Cycle Life, here to bring you some yoga. Hopefully bring a little bit of calm into your life today. Cool, we got Lauren. Oh, Tiff is here. Hey, Tiff. Mary's there. Greg is watching. All right, Greg. Gonna get you some yoga. Hi, Katie. All right, peeps. Let's get this started. Okay. Hopefully you can see everyone pretty good. All right. It's okay. All right. So we're gonna do yoga class today with minimal props, because I'm assuming that most of you don't have blocks and things like that. But get to your mat and perhaps try to find a space that's a little bit more quiet. But if you can't, it's okay. You know, just deal with where you're at and know that your breath will help you bring a little bit more calm for this next hour. All right. So the ladies behind have blocks and blankets. If you have blocks, go ahead and bring them. I'm going to try to do everything today without any props for you guys, okay? So let's get started. You guys can lie onto your backs. And let the soles of your feet come out to the width of your mat. Let your knees draw in together. Yeah. Soles of your feet, your knees drawn together. So your feet are out wide. Yeah, your knees just kind of draw in. And then maybe this morning it feels better to take your hands to your belly and give yourself a little bit of grounding. Maybe it feels better to take your arms out towards the sides. Nose that you're open for receiving and a little bit more energy drawing in. All right. And take a few moments here. So without changing anything at all, just begin to notice where your breath is showing up for you. Just begin to notice where your breath offers you a sense of release. And notice where your breath is offering you a little bit more space. And just knowing, as crazy as the days have been for everyone and everything that we're dealing with, I'm sure there's a lot of thoughts going through your minds and kind of list making and solving and all this kind of stuff. And just envision your breath being like a river, kind of separating those thoughts in your minds and allowing your breath to create that space through your mind and just let the thoughts part. Allow your mind to widen and create space with your breath. And as you continue to notice your breath, maybe you find that taking a little bit more time with your exhale offers you just a little bit more sense of ease. And likewise, taking a little bit more time with your inhale. Just allowing yourself to create just a little bit more space. As you allow your exhale to offer you a little bit more ease each time, notice how it releases through your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back. And as you inhale, envision drawing your energy in, creating space through your mind, through your belly, through your chest. Take about 3 more rounds of breath here. Try to allow each inhale to be just as long as each exhale. Continue to slow your mind with each breath and softening all the inner chatter. Take one more full inhale. And then with your exhale, gently draw your knees in towards your chest. And as you draw your knees in, roll through your ankles, point and flex your toes. Maybe take your hands to your shins, maybe take your hands behind your thighs, but soften through your shoulders. And then as you exhale, as you draw your belly button in a little bit more, maybe take your knees in just a little bit closer. Feel the support of your mat through your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back as you soften through your shoulders. All right, with your inhale now, take your arms up overhead and let your feet come straight out in front. Lengthen here, full body stretch. This is your inhale. And exhale, draws you in, knees drawing in, hugging in here. 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen and reach out. Exhale, draws you in. Inhale, lengthen and reach out. And exhale, draws you in. Softening through your shoulders. Again, roll through your ankles 1 more time. And then with your exhale, keep your right knee drawing in and then release your left leg straight out in front. Keep both feet nice and flexed. Softening through your shoulders, slightly tuck your chin. As you flex through both feet, think about your left knee as if your left knee has lines of energy pulling you towards the front of the room. And then the crown of your head lengthens you towards the back of the room. So opposing lines of energy, lengthening you here and breathing. Take 1 more full inhale, and then with your exhale, we're going to come into half happy baby. So your right hand will come to the outside edge, pinky toe side of your right foot. Your right heel draws over your right knee. Knee draws out towards the sides of your ribs. And then another way to modify is you can always take your hands behind your thighs. Try to keep your heel over your knee, ankle over your knee, and keep both feet nice and flexed. Also, if you need, you can bend through your left knee and support through your lower back. If you feel any sort of pulling through your lower back, bend through your left knee, let your left foot support you here. Come back to your breath. Soften through your shoulders here for 3, 2, and 1. Now with your exhale, bend through your left knee, come into your figure 4. Your right ankle crosses over your left knee. Your left heel draws it a little bit closer towards your glute if you can. Keep your right foot nice and flexed. Push your right thigh away from you here. Opening up through your hips, soften through your shoulders. Breathe. Now, if this is great for you, stay right here. If you feel the sensation and it feels great, stay right here. If you want a little bit more, clasp your hands behind your left thigh. Thread the needle here. Maybe you keep your left foot up towards the ceiling. Maybe you bend your knee. Right? Whatever feels best to you. Drawing your left knee in towards your chest. Soften through your shoulders. Slightly tuck your chin. Your right knee continues to draw away from you as you breathe and release through your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release your hands from your thigh.
Keep your figure 4 here. Take your arms out towards the sides, so like a letter T. Palms face up. And then simply do a few windshield washers here back and forth, keeping your figure 4. Trying not to necessarily force your knee or your foot from side to side, just gently releasing through your hips. Yeah, take one more full inhale back to center, and then as you exhale, draw your feet up towards the ceiling. Roll your ankles, point and flex your toes. And then draw your left knee in towards your chest. Release your right leg straight out in front. And again, come back to that opposing force feeling with the lines of energy. Your right heel lengthening out and the crown of your head lengthening towards the back of the room as your heel pushes towards the front of the room. Meanwhile, as you exhale, draw your belly button in towards your spine. Soften through your shoulders and see if you can draw your knee in ever so slightly more. And again, if you need, you can always bend through your right knee to help support through your lower back if you're feeling any sort of discomfort through your lower back. With this exhale, come into half happy baby on the left side now. So your left hand will come to the pinky toe edge side of your foot. Elbow draws to the inside of your left knee and your knee draws down towards the side. Try to keep your ankle and your knee in line. As your foot draws up towards the ceiling, soften through your shoulders and come back to your breath, all the while trying to keep your right hip released to the mat. With each exhale, finding ease over your effort. Here for 3, 2, and 1. With your exhale, release. Come to your figure 4 with your left ankle crossing over your right knee and keeping your left foot nice and flexed. Just starting off here, letting your right heel draw in a little bit closer towards your glute and then push your left thigh away from you. Soften through your shoulders. Breathe here through your hips. Soften and release through your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back. And again, stay right here if this feels fine for you today. Right, if you want a little bit more of a sensation, thread the needle. Clasp your hands behind your right thigh. Maybe keep your right foot up. Maybe your right knee bends. Whatever feels good to you. Slightly tuck your chin and soften through your shoulders. Try to feel the support through your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. Nice. Here for 3, 2, and 1. With your exhale, release your hands from your thigh. Slowly come back to your figure 4. Arms draw out towards the sides. And then again, few windshield washers back and forth, keeping that figure 4 connection. And then just drawing your knee and your foot from side to side, releasing through your hips. Okay, it's focusing on hips and shoulders, trying to release any tension areas through your neck and shoulders, and then hips, just because I think we're probably doing a lot of sitting lately. So hopefully this will help throughout the day. All right, come back to center. Let your feet come up towards the ceiling. Point and flex your toes and roll your ankles. And then draw your knees into your chest one more time. Maybe rock back and forth if that feels good through your lower back. Take one more full inhale. And then with your exhale, slowly rolling onto your side. Pausing here for just a moment. Reconnect with your breath. Continue to slow your minds, allowing your breath to be all that you're thinking about throughout your practice today. Take one more full inhale, and then with your exhale, make your arms and hands nice and strong, and come up into your tabletop position. All right, in your tabletop position, wrists are underneath your shoulders. Patty break? We lost a yogi.
It's freezing in here.
Oh, okay, cool. If you know Cycle Life, you know we're always struggling with the heat here, so yeah, we're not in our normal yoga room either. We just figured we'd do it out here. Get it, Kara? Okay, she's gonna turn the heat on for us. All right, so coming into your tabletop position, wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Okay, this is your tabletop position here. And let's work through some cat and cows first. As you inhale, chin draws away from your chest, belly draws towards the floor. And then as you exhale, chin draws in, your belly button draws in towards your spine. Again, inhale, heart space leads, chin away from your chest, lengthen through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, chin draws in, your belly button draws in towards your spine, all the while the tops of your feet, palms of your hands, as if you're pushing the mat away. Inhale will take you back to center. And then from here, draw your knees a little bit closer together. Maybe they even touch, okay? Working through your hips. Inhale is the center. As you exhale, draw your hips over towards the right. Then take your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale takes you back to center. Exhale, hips draw over towards the left. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Yeah, moving like this a few more times. Inhale on your own breath. Back to center. Exhale. Hips draw over towards the right or left. Moving here with your own breath. Nice, guys. With your inhale, takes you back to center. And then as you exhale, walk your hands slightly in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Knees come up and away from your mat. Come into your down dog. So pedal out your feet here at first. Softening through your shoulders. And then from here, bend through your right knee. Just a slight bend to your right knee. Just come onto your left foot. On your inhale, draw all the way up onto your left toes. As you exhale, heel releases down. One more time, inhale all the way up onto your left toes. Exhale, heel releases down. Switching it up, right foot comes to the mat, bend through your left knee, inhale all the way up. Exhale, heel releases down. One more time, inhale, heel lifts up, exhale, heel releases down. Nice, release both feet to the floor, pedal out here if it feels good, find stillness if that feels better. For 3, 2, and 1. With this exhale now, bend your knees all the way down to your mat, sink back into a child's pose. So, in your child's pose, your knees are as wide as you need them to be. Big toes to touch in the back, heart space will draw down towards the mat. Your elbows, if your shoulders are super tight, your elbows can come out to the width of your mat, so you look like almost like goalpost arms, like this, okay? If your shoulders are super tight. Now, if you want to feel this through your lower back, your hips a little bit more, maybe your knees come out a little bit wider. And likewise, if you want to feel this through your upper back a little bit more, maybe your knees come in a little bit closer together. In your child's pose, if you're finding maybe some discomfort through your feet and through your ankles and like the backs of your feet and your toes, that's pretty normal to feel that. So take a blanket, when you're at home, take a blanket, roll a blanket and put that underneath your ankles to help support, or maybe even like between your the backs of your thighs and your ankles, okay? Gives you a little bit of a release there. So with your head released to the floor, move your head back and forth, just a little bit of a neck release here. Yeah. Oh, and I should have said, if your head doesn't necessarily relax to the floor, you can always take your forearms underneath your forehead and come down that way as well. And use a blanket underneath your head, okay? All right, take one more full inhale here. And then with your exhale, let's come back into your tabletop position. Right, take one full inhale. With your exhale, walk your hands slightly in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes, push right back to your down dog. Pause, soften, and breathe. All right, take one full inhale. Now with your exhale, we'll do our little experiment with from down dog to plank position. This is how I want you guys to be able to know you have the proper distance in your down dog, okay? So, in your plank, you can bring your knees down, okay? As you draw your knees up and then push back to down dog, your hands and your feet should barely move, if at all. That's how you know you have the proper distance. So we'll try that again. Exhale, draw into your plank position. Again, even if you have your knees down, your feet and your hands should barely have to move. And when you exhale, push back to your down dog. Okay, so try that a few times just because you don't want to be moving your hands back and forth like this. It's not necessary, okay? Take one more full inhale here. Now with your exhale, bend your knees slightly, walk your hands to the back of your mat, come into your forward fold at the back of your mat. In your forward fold at the back of your mat, neck, head, and shoulders release. Bend your knees as much as you need to in your forward fold. Inhale lengthens you, halfway lift, nice flat back. So you can get help here with the fingertips maybe grazing the mat. Maybe your hands are at your shins. Maybe your hands are at your thighs, okay? But try to avoid your knees. Your back is nice and flat, soften through your shoulders. With your exhale, forward fold, really sit out. Grab for opposite elbows here, sway back and forth. Ragdoll position. Let your spine elongate. Check out how many beats are doing. Take one more full inhale. Exhale, let your fingertips graze the mat. With this inhale, lengthen one more time. Halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, release. All right, plant your hands. Walk your hands now. Use your core. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. As you walk your hands forward, come into your plank position. Wrists underneath your shoulders. Your gaze lengthen towards the crown of your head, and your gaze is just slightly in front of your mat. Heels are activating towards the wall behind you. Knees down again is always the option. Here for 3, 2, and 1. With your exhale now, let's lower down. Knees, chest, chin. Keep your elbows in nice and tight to low cobra. Inhale, low cobra. Your heart space will lift. All right? Chin away from your chest, lengthening through the crown of your head. Very little pressure in the palms of your hands. Exhale, release down. Inhale for your tabletop. As you exhale, meet right back to your down dog. 3 full rounds of breath here. Shoulders coming away from your ears. Let your gaze go towards the back edge of your mat. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Yeah. Spread your fingers out nice and wide, anchoring through your thumb and your pointer finger. Take one more full inhale. With your exhale, bend your knees slightly. Now this time, look forward, walk towards the top of your mat. Come to your forward fold. In your forward fold at the top of your mat, bend your knees as much as you need to. With your inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release down. All right, now this time with your inhale, you're going to sweep your hands back. Clasp your hands behind your lower back. Let your neck and head release. With your next inhale, maybe your hands reach up and away from your lower back, opening up through your shoulders just a little bit more. Again, only if it feels good. Pain, no pain, no pain. That's yoga. No pain, no pain. Take one more full inhale.
No pain, no pain.
No pain, no pain. Yeah. No pain, no pain. Exhale, release the clasp, let your fingertips graze the mat. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold, release. All right, plant your hands here. You're gonna step back to a lunge position. Your right foot will step back. Okay, we're gonna take just a little bit of a moment here to set up our lunge position, okay? When you come into the lunge position, your right foot steps back. Your left ankle should stay over or under your left knee, okay? So notice the alignment here. You want that right angle just to help protect your joints, okay? Another little PSA, lift through your hips. Pelvic floor is lifting. Try not to just dump into your hips here, all right? Everything is working. Lift through your pelvic floor. Inner thighs drawing in towards each other like a pair of scissors. Is it weird that I talk to the camera like I feel like I need to look at them?
They're watching you.
I know.
I'm saying, you can talk to us too.
I did the same thing. I talked to the camera.
You did? I felt weird. I feel weird kind of like, but anyway. First live, people. Anyway.
I'm with you, Claudette.
So in your lunge position, heart space is lifting. We're breathing here. Everything is working. Back leg nice and straight and strong. Take one more full inhale. Now with your exhale, step forward. Come back to your forward fold. Exhale, forward fold, release. With your inhale, hands will clasp behind your lower back. Neck and head release. And if you like, arms can sweep up and away from your lower back. Shoulder blades drawing away from your ears. With your exhale, release the clasp. Fingertips graze the mat. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Plant your hands. This time, step your left foot back. Lunge position here. Now, here's where if you do have blocks, by all means, you can take blocks to your hands, right? You can see here, I'm just barely touching the mat.
I'm the modifier.
Yeah. Modifiers. Nice. Heart space is lifting. And again, try not to dump into your hips. Lifting through your pelvic floor, inner thighs drawing in towards each other. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Now exhale, step forward, come back to your forward fold. Ha. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. With this inhale, strengthen through the outer edges of your feet. Sweep your arms up towards the side. Follow your thumbs up. Exhale, take that energy right to your heart center. All right, another series. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge over your thigh bones. Neck, head, and shoulders, release. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Plant your hands back to the right side. Right leg steps back, lunge position here. Inner thighs, again, drawing in towards each other. Heart space is lifting, chin away from your chest. Here we go. Draw your belly button in toward your spine, helping with your balance. With your inhale, arms will sweep up, even with your ears. Again, modification to drop your back knee, always if you need. Breathing in the space. Take one more full inhale. With your exhale, release your hands down. Right, take one more full inhale here. Now with your exhale, release your back knee down. Inhale, arms will sweep up. As you exhale, take your hands to your heart center, coming into a twist. Your right elbow will draw over to your left knee. Breathing here through this twist. Soften through your shoulders. Back leg, toes are tucked. Breathing here. If you like, lift your back knee. Lengthen here just a little bit more. Again, do what feels good to your practice. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Release your back knee down. Slowly release the twist. Plant your hands. Tuck your back toe. Step forward. Come back to your forward fold. Ha. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release it down. With your next inhale, arms sweep back behind your lower back. Neck and head release on your next inhale. Maybe your arms drop and away. On an exhale, release the clasps. Let the fingertips graze the mat. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release it out. All right, plant your hands. This time, left side. Left foot steps back, lunge position here. Breathing in the space. Create your balance. Draw your belly button in towards your spine with your inhale. Arms will sweep up, even with your ears. Again, back leg is nice and straight and strong, or drop your back knee if you need. Softening through your shoulders, pinky slightly turning towards each other, and draw your belly button in towards your spine. Take one more full inhale. With your exhale, release your back knee down. Take your hands to heart center. Now your left elbow will draw into the twist, so your left elbow will draw over to your right knee. Softening through your shoulders. If you like, tuck your back toe and lift your back knee again, lengthening here just a little bit more. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, slowly release your knee down. If it's up, come back to center, tuck your back toe, step forward, come to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold, release down. All right, plant your hands. This time, step both feet back, come into your plank position. Gaze just slightly in front of your mat. And then with your exhale, let's flow. Lower down, knees, chest, chin. Keep your elbows in nice and tight. With your inhale, heart space will lift to low cobra. Tops of your feet, shoelace side down. Exhale, release down. Inhale through your tabletop. Exhale, push right back to your down dog. Pause, soften, and breathe. Nice, you guys. Find some ease through your shoulders, coming away from your ears. Let your neck and head release. Take one more full inhale. With your exhale, bend your knees all the way down, sink back into your child's pose. Knees as wide as you need them to be. Big toes to touch. Heart space draws down. Yeah, roll out your wrists. Roll your head back and forth. Looking for my water. Nice, here for 3, 2, and 1. With your inhale, come back to your tabletop position. Take one full inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands slightly in front of your shoulders, tuck your toes, knees up and away, down dog. Take one more full inhale, and then as you exhale, bend your knees slightly, look forward, walk towards the top of your mat, come to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release down. With this inhale, sweep your arms up towards the side. Follow your thumbs up. Look up, reach up. Exhale, palms together. Take that energy right to your heart center. Okay, so let's challenge ourselves today with a little bit of balancing work, okay? So, starting at the back of your mat. Yeah, now the heat's on.
Is it too much?
No, I had to put my hair on. It feels good. Yeah, all right. How we doing out there, guys? You doing okay? All right, yeah, nice. Okay, so
You're zen.
balancing, okay? So my number 1 rules, right? What are the rules? Number 1, I know you're saying it with me out loud. Don't take yourself too seriously. You see me? Don't take yourself too seriously. It's just yoga. The second rule is find something slightly in front of your mat that's not moving to help give you that drishti point, that focus point, okay? So As you start at the back of your mat, I'll just show you what it is at first, and then I'm gonna move away so that these guys can do it without me kind of wobbling in front. All right, so first one will be with your inhale, your right knee will draw in, and you'll draw out on an exhale. Inhale will take you back to center. As you exhale, start to kick your foot back. Heart space leads, chin away from your chest. Your arms can draw up towards the side. Your arms can draw in, right? Inhale, draw all the way in and up. And then exhale, we'll step forward. Repeat on the opposite side, okay? So, starting at the back of your mat, rooting down through your right foot. Listen to the cues. I won't be doing anything here, so find your drishti point, something slightly in front of your mat that's not moving. With your inhale, your right knee will draw in towards your chest. Soften through your shoulders, draw your belly button in towards your spine. As you exhale, open up towards the right. Inhale, slowly come back to center. As you exhale, start to kick your foot back. Heart space leads, chin away from your chest, lengthen through the crown of your head. With your inhale, draw your right knee all the way in and up. As you exhale, gently step forward. Reset here, soften through your shoulders. Inhale, left knee draws all the way in. As you exhale, open up towards the left. Inhale, back to center. With an exhale, start to kick your foot back. Heart space leads, chin away from your chest, lengthening through the crown of your head. Leveling off your hips. Beautiful. With your inhale, draw your left knee all the way in and up. Exhale, gently step forward. Soften through your shoulders, reset here. Inhale, right knee draws in towards your chest. As you exhale, open up towards the right. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, start to kick your foot back. Heart space leads, chin away from your chest. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And as you inhale, draw all the way in and up. Exhale, gently step forward. Nice work. Last time here. Softening through your shoulders, reset. Inhale, left knee draws in towards your chest. As you exhale, open up towards the left. Inhale, slowly draw back to center. Exhale, start to kick your foot back. Heart space leads. Balancing warrior 3. Breathing in the space for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, draw all the way in and up. Exhale, gently step forward. Nice work, you guys. All right, let's reset here. All right, practice that one. Balance. Inhale, arms sweep up, reset. As you exhale, bend your knees slightly, fold forward, hinge over your thigh bones. Neck, head, and shoulders, release. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Plant your hands, step back into your plank position. Take one full inhale here. With your exhale, let's lower down, knees, chest, chin, keeping your elbows in nice and tight. Inhale, heart space will lift to low cobra. Gaze just slightly in front of your mat. Exhale, release down. Inhale through your tabletop. With an exhale, tuck your toes, push right back to your down dog. 3 full rounds of breath here. Softening through your shoulders. Think about your thumb and your pointer finger anchoring into the mat as your fingers spread nice and wide, palms push down and away. Heart space slightly drawing back towards your thighs, and let your gaze go towards the back edge of your mat. Take one more full inhale. And then with this exhale, release your knees all the way down. From here, come all the way down to your belly. No, actually, I lied. Stay in your tabletop. First we'll come to your tabletop, okay? So heart opening and shoulder releasing here. So with your inhale, your right knee will lift up and your right knee will stay bent, okay? Lengthen here. On your next inhale, left arm will sweep up even with your ear. Now this could be fine for you right here. Stay right here, lengthening, right? With your exhale, maybe you're able to grab your foot or your ankle, start to kick your foot into your hand. Heart space opening up, chin away from your chest, kicking your foot into your hand. Heart space lifting, breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Exhale, release down. All right, sink back into your child's pose, release.
It's like a pretty model. Good job.
Thank you, Carrie. Roll your wrists out. Yeah. Roll your neck out a little bit. Again, releasing any expectations from side to side. Come back into your tabletop position. Take one full inhale here. On your exhale, lift your left leg now up and back, keeping your left knee bent. With your inhale, right arm will sweep up even with your ear. And again, stay right here, lengthening if this is good for you today. With your exhale, reach your hand back, grabbing for your foot or for your ankle. Heart space is lifting. Start to kick your foot into your hand. Heart space leads, breathing into space. Opening up through your shoulder, opening up through your heart space. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release down. All right, sink back into your child's pose one more time. Releasing through your lower back. It can be quite intense, so totally normal to feel maybe some sensation through your lower back, through your hips. Take one more full inhale. Now with your exhale, you're going to come all the way forward, come to lie onto your belly. Okay, so arms will draw back. Yeah, you guys can see me, okay. Arms will draw back. And this one, there's a couple different options, okay? You can take one leg at a time and lift, just like we were doing on the opposite side, okay? One leg at a time, just like this. Or, to come and fold down your arms to here, your hands will reach back. Try not to lift your heart space up too far if you can avoid it at first, okay? Bending through your knees, okay? You're gonna reach back either for the tops of your feet or your ankles. Whatever works best for you. From here, try to keep your thighs together and your knees together. Now, take a full exhale. Release out. Ha. With your inhale, start to lift your heart space. Kick your feet into your hands. Heart space is lifting. Chin away from your chest. Breathing here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Release down. Hands come to crocodile pose. Take your forearms underneath your head. Bend your knees. Do a few windshield washers here, back and forth. If you're feeling Dhanurasana again, like it'll feel good, come right back into it, okay? Other option is come into your Sphinx pose. Wrists or elbows underneath your shoulders, palms facing down, and you make sure you have the proper distance by clasping your hands around your elbows. That's how you know you have the proper distance for your elbows underneath your shoulders, okay? So again, staying here and opening up your heart space this way if Dhanurasana is just maybe a little too intense, which is totally fine and normal. Nice. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, you guys. Come back down. Crocodile position. Release, release, release. Maybe just slightly move your hips back and forth. It always feels good to me after doing some deeper back bends. And then maybe bend through your knees and do a few windshield washers back and forth. All right, coming back to center. With your inhale, come back into your Sphinx position, okay? And I think for this one, I'm actually gonna turn the way the ladies are just just so that you can see this kind of alignment. And then I think this actually might be a little bit of a newer pose for you guys, because I rarely ever do this one, but it's so good. So a counter pose to a lot of heart opening and shoulder opening is this cross shoulder pose. So from your Sphinx pose, so let me set it up right. So from your Sphinx pose, you're here. You're gonna weave your right hand all the way through. And then you're gonna take your left hand so that your elbows kind of one's in front of the other.
Palms are up.
Palms are actually down towards the floor, okay? But if that really bothers you, then you can keep them up.
Your elbows meet or cross?
Say it again, Karen.
Elbows meet or cross?
Elbows meet. They can cross if you can cross them, but they, yeah, if they can meet, you want to just try to get this particular position. Maybe they won't even, maybe for you they won't even meet. Like for Scooter, they don't even, he has a bigger chest, so sometimes they don't even meet, okay? So from here, now, release your glutes, release your thighs, your whole entire lower body melting into the mat, working a little bit more into a yin posture here, okay? So now your neck and head, the last thing to release. Your neck and head, the last thing to release. So you're really allowing your body here to fully melt into the mat. Release your belly, soften through your belly, release your glutes, release your lower back and your thighs. Allow your mind to come back to your breath. And try to let each exhale weave its way to any area of tension. Releasing through your neck and head a little bit more each exhale. Softening and releasing through your glutes and through your belly. Slowing your minds at the rate of your breath. Notice if you can get your inhale to be just as long as your exhale. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now with your exhale, you're simply going to roll onto your right side as you roll out of this pose, rolling onto your backs and then kind of recentering yourself onto your mat. So now you're on your backs, your arms are out towards the sides, recentering yourself on your mat. Totally normal to feel some sensation through your fingertips, through your arms, almost like a cooling or tingling kind of feeling. The blood's just reflowing through your body. Enjoy the energy here, reflowing. Take one more full inhale. And then with your exhale, let's bend through your knees and take your feet up to the width of your mat. Your arms out towards the side. And then let's work through a twist. So draw your knees from side to side, working through a few windshield washers back and forth. And then when your knees draw over towards the right, pause there. And if it feels okay, maybe take your right foot on top of your left thigh.
just allowing the weight and gravity to take over here. Try not to push or pull into the twist. And then completing the twist by letting your gaze go opposite of your knees. Soften through your shoulders. Allow your breath here to work through your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back as you breathe through the twist. Take one more full inhale. And then with your exhale, slowly take your gaze to center, draw your knees to center, release your foot from your thigh. Come back to a couple more windshield washers back and forth. And when your knees drop over towards the left, pause there. And as they draw over towards the left, maybe your left foot draws onto your right thigh or right knee. Again, soften through your shoulders and complete the twist by taking your gaze opposite of your knees. Come back to your breath. Little interesting note for you all, especially kind of through these stressful times, if you're having any like digestive issues and things like that. Twists are always great to get things moving. So I always like to have some sort of twist in my practice to kind of keep things regular. That's another public service announcement for you today. Yeah. Oh, we have a visitor. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. We're doing a live yoga feed here today.
What's that?
We're doing a live yoga feed here today.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, we're not open.
Is Joe around or anybody for the bike?
I don't think so. No. No one's here.
All right.
Did you have an appointment with him?
No.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, we're just picking up the bikes that we had on valet.
Okay. Yeah. No one's here to help you
The
with
bike
that.
barn open?
No.
Well, they're
I don't
closed
think
too?
I don't think so. You can check on the other side. You can go to
Okay,
the door.
thanks.
Okay.
Sorry for the interruption.
That's okay. That's what life's all about. Inhale, come back to the center. So
Should have
great.
locked the door.
So great. I know, I didn't lock the door. Oops. We're closed. With your inhale, draw your knees into your chest here and then come into your happy baby. Happy baby. So, happy baby, options, you can take your hands behind your thighs, draw your heels up towards the ceiling, or take your hands to the outside edges of your feet. Maybe it's more comfortable to take your peace fingers to your big toes. But the idea here is you really want to release through your lower hips, or through your lower back, try to keep your lower back planted to the mat. Soften through your shoulders, slightly tuck your chin, lengthen through the crown of your head. And breathe. Take one more full inhale, maybe even rock back and forth a little bit. Yeah. And if it feels good here, maybe even straighten your legs as you hold onto your toes. Just another option to kind of help you to straddle. Yeah. Take one more full inhale. And then as you exhale, release out. Come into your Shavasana. So, Shavasana, final relaxation pose. So here, if you have little creature comforts you need to put on, maybe socks or another layer, a sweatshirt, or something that gives you a little bit more comfort, maybe taking a blanket to your head. And for these guys, I'm actually going to turn off this light. It's really daunting with your eyes. Turn this light off. So coming into your Shavasana, just allowing yourself this time here minutes to allow your bodies to really appreciate your practice this morning. Think of your breath like a wave going through your body, and with each exhale, starting at the crown of your head, allowing the crown of your head to release into your mat, softening the gaze behind your eyelids, releasing the tension in your jaw. Think about swallowing just to release any tension in your throat. With each exhale, start to let each exhale move throughout your body, releasing your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back. Shoulders soften, arms release. Allow your hips to melt into the mat, your glutes release into the mat. Thighs soften, knees fall out towards the sides. Calves release, and just let your heels melt into the mat as your toes fall out towards the sides. Allowing your body to be fully supported by the mat beneath you, gravity all around. As you slowly start to deepen your breath, allow your thumbs to feel each fingertip. Gently move through your wrists. Start to bring some movement to your toes. Point and flex your feet. Bend your knees a little bit more deeply. Let the soles of your feet reconnect with your mat. Move your head back and forth nice and easy. And when you're ready, slowly rolling onto your side and pausing here for just a moment. Take a moment, thank your minds, thank your bodies for making it to your mats and allowing this time for self-care. Self-care is critical. With your inhale, make your arms and hands nice and strong. Find a comfortable seat at your mat, and if you like, you can take your hands to heart center to close our practice out. Thank you, my yogis, for participating in our practice. Thank you online. Thank you, yoga peeps. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you back here soon. All right, namaste.
Thank you.
You did it! Number one! My first one. All right. So I look forward to doing it again for you guys. Give me some feedback. I like all the feedback. So we'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, so hit finish.